not last week, last video I introduced you to the Land Rover Discovery that I've just bought. We have got some problems with it though. It won't rev past 2,000 revs and there is a shitload of smoke coming out the back of it. So this episode we're going to get delved into it. We're going to plug it into a diagnostics machine and then see if we can find out what is actually going on with this engine. So yeah, grab a cuppa, make yourself comfortable, and I hope you enjoy the video. As you can see, I'm plugged in now. Now some car scanners will not read Land Rovers, but this one will. So we're just going to go on to turn the ignition on. As you can see, on to Diagnostics. And we're going to scroll down to Land Rover. There we are. Then we're going to have to go into Vehicle Select. Land Rover Discovery, Discovery 2, F1. F1, there we are. Then we're going to go on the auto scan. And it's going to scan through all of the vehicle's details, all the ECU, all the body control, see what any faults are coming up with it. As you can see, we'll just let it do its thing. So we'll just scan the car there, and we're going into the engine ECU, and these are the faults that's coming up. So it says engine ambient air circuit fault logged high. We've got glow plug relay. I'm not really bothered about that. Coolant temp circuit fault, that's logged, so it's not currently active. We had a fuel temp circuit fault, which is logged, that's not active. Canvas error fault, currently active. So that's pointing to the oil in the ECU. So that could be that. And then we've got manifold pressure circuit fault, logged low. And we're back to the ambient. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly clear all the fault codes. Yes, that's done. And then we're going to read the fault codes again, see what's currently active. No fault codes found. So we'll start the car, see if it revs up now. And it's still not revving right. So let's have a look at that oil in the ECU. Need this battery cable off first. The ECU off. So now, got the red plug and a black plug. The red plug is for the engine. We've got the black plug for the body loom. So we'll take this plug off. What normally happens is, let's see if I can get it on. Right, yeah. Can you see? There's oil in that ECU plug. I don't know if you can see that. There's oil in that ECU plug, so we're going to clean that up. See if that can sort that fault out. So, just going to get some brake cleaner, contact cleaner stuff. Spray the inside of the plug. Let it drip out. Right, so clean all them pins up to the ECU. Give that a blow out. Still oil coming out of it now. You can't really see. And then also to test it, brake cleaner and the ECU there. Look. You can see where the oil's coming through. I bet if we take this part, there'll be oil on the motherboard. Not good. We'll just set that aside to dry off for a bit. Also, to test this, I've got a spare ECU off another truck, so we can plug this in, see if this fixes the fault. I don't know if this is going to work because that is an NNN ECU, but this is an MSP, and this engine is a 15P in this one, and the one this is off a 10P, so it might not work. I think the injectors have to be coded in, but we'll give it a try anyway and see what happens. Just plug that one in there like that. Push it all the way home. Put your body loom on. If I can find it. We don't really want to connect it and put it all back in yet, so leave that there like that. Put a bit of power to it, and then we'll try and find the. We'll go and find the key. No, I don't really know what to expect here. Could work, could not. Keys in the ignition. Fuel pump priming. That's a good one. And she's still not working. Not good. No, something else. Right then, back to the drawing board. And so, set this ECU back up now. Yeah. This is all mapped as well, this ECU, so it looks like we've got another program going on. See this loom here? That goes into your injectors here. That travels through the loom into this red plug. And if you can see, the oil travels in between the wires like pulley reaction and end up going into ECU or frying your motherboard. So we'll have a go at changing that loom first. All we have to do is take the rocker cover off, so all the 8 bolts off, that little pipe off, this little bracket off, and then have a look under there, change the injector loom. First things first, get this hose off. Use the proper pliers for the job. That probably won't do it. Oh yes, we are. Work that off there. Give the pipe a wiggle. Take that off there, a breather. Now we should be all right to get the rocker cover off. Got an 8mm on the gun here, just in case of taking all these little 8mm out. Just a little bolt at the back. We might not be able to get to. Bit of a stretch here. Might have to get a little extension here. Final bolts are out. Again, don't want to lose any of them. On the rocker cover. Drop a lot more there. Always wanted it. They are good engines, these TD5s, but when they go wrong like this, they do go wrong. And they take a bit of fiddling to try and fix. Got the cover off. Absolutely black rotten in there. But we will be servicing it, so this is Injector Loom here. I'll pop this up out of the holder. Take these connectors off. Like so. 5 of them, because she is a TD5. And then we also need to disconnect this wiring harness plug out of here, like so. And then this should pop up like that. And that's the injector loom out. The loom here. I'm going to put that in. And then we've also got a new rocker cover gasket. I'll just get this out of the bag. You never know. This might solve our problem. It has been, it is a common issue in TD5s, but I'm suspecting that we'll become a little bit more sinister. It'd be nice if this is a nice easy fix. So put this in, basically goes in there like so. See how that little rotating tab sits in there. Push that right here. These injectors click on there.
So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to
Nice
get some
click.
brake cleaner, just clean the rocker cover off,
Nice click.
make it all nice and shiny, nice and clean for the new rubber gasket to go on. So as you can see, I've got an oil pan catching all the old mess in there.
Click.
Spraying the
And then see
spray,
how
trying to
this
get all the
bar
old gunk and
and
mess
has to
out
sit
of
in this
the
channel.
rocker cover.
Yeah. And that's that injector loom all fitted. And as if by magic, there she is, all done. So get the new rocker cover gasket now. Put that in. Let's flip it around like that. Now you just need to lay this rocker cover gasket inside these channels here. Oh, there's a little loop here. You just need to make sure that's pressed into there like that. Press the gasket into the groove all the way around. All the way up there. In here. Into that recess. And now she's ready to fit. Make sure this is the bit that goes at the back. That you need to make sure that it gets sat into that groove at the back properly. So that's very important. Is when we're putting it in at the back, see this? This needs to sit in a recess on the back of the engine. If that doesn't sit right, then you'll get loads of leaks and engine oil will drip down the back of your engine. So, rocker cover all done now. Let's flip that over. What's that? Just need to be careful whereabouts sits in here. It's stuck on that thing at the back, like I said for you. Ah, you're joking. It's not wanting to fuck out me today. Put all these in. This. And then also, this front left bolt, don't forget your bolt that attaches your loom here. Oh, because it's a rubber gasket. You don't need to put any silicone on these. The clamp and force of the bolt onto the head should seal it. A little bit of a crisscross pattern. I'm not going mad with these because I think they only need something like 8 Newton meters. I'm just running them up. There's the last 2 at the back. Double check that one at the back as well. There's a bit of a stretch. I need to step back. Right then. Now we've run it all down with the gun. You want to get this little ratchet here, 1/4 inch. We'd go around, give them a little nip. Nothing mega. I would do it to the top torque specs, but my torque wrench doesn't go down to 8 Newton meters. It only goes down to 20, I think. So just go around all the bolts. Give them a minute. These back ones are a bit hard to get through. So while we're at it, I might as well service it. I'll show you how to do the air filter first. Take this plug off here. Just push that connector in, pop it off like that. Next one is the air temp sensor here. Just pull up on that tab and then push out. That should just come off like that. Put this wiring out the way. Now dead easy on these. Just take these little quick release tabs like that. Push. That one. Push. Unclip that. Now then unclipped, you should be able to pull this out of there, like so. And then there is some quick release tabs on the airbox here. Push that one down. Good. And then there is another little hidden one down there, can you see? So just reach under, tab up, move that out of the way, like so. Pull the airbox up. And whoosh, performance filter in it. So we'll have a look at the air filter, see what's happening with that. If I can get it out. Got this out. Paper crops in it. Not bad. New filter out. Put this in here. Push this in here like this. Make sure the corners are in all the way. Push it right in. I mean, it would be good if you did it with clean gloves so you didn't get oil everywhere, but it doesn't matter. Get your lid now. It should have the intake sensor. Now what you want to do is get these two tabs, slide them under. So it should go down a bit easier now. Oh, that's satisfying. Try again with this clip. See, that's clipped in there by that. Now we'll go for the one at the back. Put that over like that. Then push down with your thumb like that. Slide this back in here. Make sure these metal tabs are out of the way. Like so. Push in.
Right then. I hope you
like
all
that.
enjoyed me watching
There's
me
your
fail with
cooler
that air
hose
filter
out the
there.
way.
We're just going to get the disco up in the air
Make sure
now.
this is up the arm
Gonna
and
go
pull on that.
underneath, get the
Right,
sump
plug your
plug
sensor
out
back
of
in
it,
now. So
and then we're
we've
going to
got
drop the oil into a
mass
draining pan and have a
airflow
look at changing the
in
filters.
like that. Make sure we've got enough slack on our loom. Plug this air temp sensor back in here. Like so. Oh, that's the air filter. Because I'm lazy, I'm going to get the gun, 17mm socket, get it on the drain plug. Oh, she's loose. That should be loose. Sit with these, try and give a bit of pressure. Oh, wow, you unscrew. And then all of a sudden, not like that. Oil stop draining. Grab your plug. Get the copper washer off the plug. Easy said than done, because this one looks like this a million times. There we go. Spin that copper washer off the bottom. Come on. So that is a flat copper. So get a new one. Put it here. Put this on our drain plug, and then we're going to bang that back in. Pretty clean all the areas off. Well, you only a slide to it. Bang the plug back in here. And unlike me being a lazy twat last time, I'm now gonna get the ratchet and taking this steering plug up. Same with this, people. It's a nice nip. Don't go oversized. I just want to squish that couple to create a nice seal so we're getting all this. Just how we've still got the pan underneath. Double check it. Give that steering plug a clean. Now for the worst oil filter in Land Rover history. Can you see it? You can't see it, hang on. So if you can just see the bottom of it, it's underneath the exhaust manifold here. So you have to screw that out, and then oil drips all down the side of the block, goes everywhere. One of the worst Land Rover things that they've ever done. And then we've got a second oil filter. We've got an oil filter here. This is the centrifugal oil filter. So we're going to change both of them. Take this pipe off again, off the rocker cover to get access to that. And normally the bolts always strip in these, so we'll see how this one goes as well. So we'll go for a spin first. Nope. I'm going to have to get the pliers on it. Right, so we've got the pliers now. Luckily these curve up like that, so I might be able to get it. And luckily that's come loose. As you can see, that filter's just come off there. Then you have to try and balance, get the filter out without spilling oil everywhere. And there she is, filter's out. Lube your ring. Remember guys, always lube your ring. And then we're going to screw that onto the filter housing. If I can get it in there. It's very awkward to film. Once it's started, screw the filter all the way on. I don't know how much of this you guys can see. So once it's on, I'm just going to give it a nice nip, hand tight. So to do a centrifugal filter, we're going to get this, take this pipe off here, off the breather, and then we can expose that. And then there's two 8mm bolts that hold that top hat cover onto the filter. So I used two 10mm for this centrifugal filter, with these out of here. Like I say, these are prone to stripping, so we will see if these come out alright. That back one is. Happy days. Front one. Happy days. Oh, it's gone tight at the end there, so get the socket back on it. I don't think this has ever been done in its life by the looks of it. Now we've got the proper tool for the job. What was I saying? That these sometimes round off? Reach out. Take that cover off. Get your filter. Pull it out of there. new filter out of the packaging. I'm just going to put the new filter onto that spindle. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's self-explanatory. So that spins, like the filter spins in there with the oil pressure, like that. It separates all the big chunks. Now we just need to change the O-ring on this cover. So we'll clean this up. See that O-ring? Take that off. Give your cover a good clean up. Like so. Just get an old rag. And then what I want to do is get our new O-ring. Wherever I put that. New O-ring. Here. Yeah, you just want to spread that over the sides. Like that. Get a bit of oil. Put that on your O-ring as per usual. Now with a bit of oil on there. Put our cover back on. Roll to the back. Spin it so it lines up. Like so. Just trying to do this for your benefit here. So I'm just going to put this bolt back in here now. Don't go mega with these. Just a nice nip. I think that back one's a bit funny anyway. You only need to nip them just to make the O-ring nip. Like that. Now the filters are all done, let's put some oil in it. So, don't really use these. But this, I'm sure this takes about 9 litres, 8 litres, something like that. So we're just going to pour this oil. 530, what I use. We'll put this first 5 litres in and we'll check it on the dipstick. I'm sure these engines take about 9, 8 litres, something like that. And this is a point where I remember whether I've put the drain plug in or not, and there's oil all over the floor, but I can't hear any trickling sounds, so I think we're all good. So we'll wash the first 5 litres in. Gosh, she's here. The last 5 litres in there now, so we'll go try and put another at least 2 litres in here. See what's occurring on the dipstick. So we're looking good there. We're just on the maximum mark, I think. I'll just double check it for you guys. Yeah, as you can see, just above the maximum mark. I know I've tilted that up there, but so I think it's time to put the cap on now. Run it up, let the oil circulate through the filters. Just gonna let that idle for about 30 seconds. Just let that oil circulate around that filter, and then we're gonna pop the oil back up, see what we're working with, and that will be our service complete. Last final check of the oil. Take the dipstick out, clean it off. And as you can see, that's perfect on the maximum mark. So we're unsuccessful there, weren't we? What we've just done there, basically changed the injector loom and the harness. We've cleaned the ECU out. We cleaned all the oil out of there. I was hoping it was going to be that, but as you can see, when we swapped my ECU for my other truck, it hasn't fixed that. So we're back to the drawing board on that, but while we're at it, we did a full service on it. We changed the oil, the filter, centrifugal filter, air filter. But if you like this video and you like that video of me servicing the TD5 and the Discovery 2, and you like the Diagnostics, Discovery's got a lot more in store for us. So if you're liking this series, stay tuned, keep watching. I'll see you next week.